Welcome to an all-new episode of Exploring Fort Saskatchewan. Here's your host, Curtis Dominique. See? Hey everybody, welcome to the all-new episode of Exploring Fort Saskatchewan. I'm Curtis Dominique, and I'm here with Heather Boonstra. Heather, thank you so much for coming on. Families First in our fort. We're here to kind of share what exactly you guys offer, and it's kind of a way to give back. Like, I want to start giving back with the nonprofits because we came in, we talked, you showed me all around, and you guys do more than like a fraction of what I thought you do. It's almost all encompassing to help a family out in any direction, any way. It's amazing. I guess the first question, which I've already answered, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Heather. I'm the executive director here, which is a huge privilege to be involved with Families First. In terms of what Families First does, we are a really unique grassroots charity here in the fort. And we've been around since the mid-90s. We've really grown tremendously over the years. And as a nonprofit, we're so fortunate to be able to be flexible and shift as the community shifts, because the community never stays static. So sometimes it's helpful to think of Families First as an umbrella.
Okay.
And under that umbrella, of course, is our village, our families, our people. And we've got a nice gamut of programming and support available to wrap around them and meet them where they're at.
That's the perfect word.
Which
Perfect.
one?
Gamut.
Gamut.
Yeah, perfect. I guess explain to everybody in Fort Saskatchewan, and you know what, not just in Fort Saskatchewan, because I'm sure you help people from Bruderheim, from anywhere, any family that needs help that is willing to ask, because we talked about that. It's asking sometime the hardest part, and you make sure that the one biggest thing that you told me is confidentiality is one of your main goals, where even you go out of your way to make sure these people are kept confidential. And this is the thing that I want to kind of share with everybody, that it's not something where you're going to be posted on the front page or anything like that. Like, you come and you ask and you're really in need. You're here to help in any way that they need help to get them back on their feet and to help them grow as a family. And to me, that's amazing. And I'm kind of selling your story for you, but
Thanks.
Yeah, hey. Well, because you showed me what you did, and it wasn't just somebody coming in here and getting a handout. It's somebody coming in here and you're teaching them what to do to make a better life for them and their family. And that to me, it's that whole proverb, teach a man to fit. Like, that's it. Yeah. And I have to say that, I have a wife, we don't have a family yet, but to know that we have this organization in this city is incredible, because who knows when a rough patch can happen. You can be on top of the world one day and the next day everything falls out from under you, and you might be in that situation where I need a hand, and then maybe be in a position to help out the next time, Sorry, I'm excited. I'm kind of excited to be here and talking to you.
That's so great.
Yeah, well, it's knowing we have this is amazing, and you showed it to me is amazing. So I'm gonna turn everything over to you, because it'll be me and you'll be looking at me like, you're stepping on my toes here. What are you doing? What are you doing?
No, I love it when people can come in and then they feel like they've captured the heart and the essence of Families First. Now you can talk to other people about it, and that's fantastic.
And we're gonna do that right now. What do you offer to the city, our great city of Fort Saskatchewan, its families, its people, and outline anybody?
So one of the exciting things that happens at Families First is that we can offer parents the opportunity to gain tools for their toolbox, valuable connections with their children and with other families because of our Parent Link funding. So people may not realize we're the Parent Link Center for Fort Saskatchewan as well as Sturgeon County.
So what exactly is Parent Link?
So Parent Link centers, there's over 50 of them in Alberta.
Wow.
Yeah. Recognize that all parents should have access to programs and supports if and when they want them, regardless of their situation.
And that includes economic background, everything?
Yeah, you don't need to meet any special criteria other than you have a child 0 to 6. And so, I think that having kids is one of those great equalizers. I was the best parent before I had kids. And
Oh, nice.
yeah. And then, suddenly I didn't know what I was doing. And it's okay. And it's great when you can meet somebody that is going through the same celebrations, same frustrations, similar situations as yourself. So parent link centers are great. They're places where people can gather. They're places where people can learn, like I said, get new ideas from each other,
Absolutely.
new tips, and referrals if they need them. So we've got amazing community partners in Fort Saskatchewan. So people come in, and if we don't have what they need, we can do a soft handoff to the places that do have what they need.
Okay.
So Parent Link Centers are fabulous. And we're very fortunate to be a Parent Link Center for the Fort as well as Sturgeon County. The other beautiful thing about being a Parent Link Center, there's so many things. One of them is that anybody can come. So we have families from Edmonton who come. We have families from Strathcona County, Bruderheim, like you were saying. Many families come in from that area. So that's great. And another really cool thing about being a Parent Link Center is that when people come here, if they're here for a program where that confidentiality is super important, nobody knows that they're here for that. Anybody could be here.
That's true.
You can be here to borrow a book from our resource lending library or a toy. You might be here to sign up for the weekend food program. There's no door or no sign above our door that says, mental health support or family violence help or whatever. So
that's actually a great point.
We're here for everybody, and I think when people come, we hope that they feel really welcome and that, number one, they felt heard.
Hey everybody, just taking a quick moment out to stop the vidcast right now. We are in the month of September in beautiful Fort Saskatchewan, and the colors are coming out on all the trees, and it looks amazing. I just want to thank our sponsors who help bring this show to you, starting off with the Canadian Brew House. Go down and see Chad, tell him I sent you. You sit back, you enjoy all the TVs, the amazing food, the different flavors of beer. You go there after work to kick back or take your entire family just because you don't want to do dishes. It's an incredible place to go to, the Canadian Brew House here in the Fort Saskatchewan. We also want to say hello to our newest sponsor, Simply Stunning Hair and Makeup. Lisa and all the girls down there will make you look incredible. If you're a guy, you're going to come out Conor McGregor and you're going to want to take somebody's belt away from them. And I would suggest this. I picked up this product, Go 24/7. I'm kind of a girly man. I like my peppermint shampoo, I guess you could say. This stuff, incredible, and I put it on my beard. Oh my God, it is incredible. For all the guys out there who have a beard, I'm talking about the Canadian Brew House again. For all the guys that have a beard, it's so awesome. Check it out. Go see Lisa, Simply Stunning 24/7. I guess we're going to go back to the vidcast. Thanks everybody for joining us. Give me your belt! You were mentioning that before, and you said that a few times, that you're here to hear what people have to say. And
Number
I think,
one.
and I think that's kind of lacking in our society now, where nobody's heard, or they have the illusion of being heard. Now, if you're saying you come here, we're going to hear your story, we're going to listen to you, and then we're going to help you. That should get people excited, because I'm sure a lot of places just follow these steps, do this, okay, blackjack hands, and then they're done, and that's it. Being heard, I know from a business perspective, you hear what people have to say, and if you really hear and you pay attention, you acknowledge it, they appreciate that. It's not just and I'm on my phone, okay, oh geez, tough blow, No, and I noticed that you've introduced me to everybody here, and they've all have, I'm not going to say the model that you said, but they all listen. They listen, and they're very they listen. And it's incredible. So now I can imagine somebody that's coming in that maybe is hesitant to come in, and you know that they have that first interaction, and that's going to either make it or break it for a lot of people, and then that's it. The word gets out. Now I went, and it was, and this is where I'm 100% positive that if you were to come down here, you're going to be heard and you're going to be helped. And I want to thank you for doing that, because this is incredible for our city, because it just shows that our city wants to be connected to the family, and there are organizations that will go above and beyond to help. And um, it's not just something people say.
Right.
You know, it's the whole. I don't know where my coming up with all these models, like the proof is in the pudding, and I'll just pay it forward and all this stuff. Like it's you know, like I don't know how many I threw down at you and you were throwing at me, and I'm just thinking of it now, going,
wow.
Yeah.
We should create a board game.
Fort Saskatchewan something.
Yeah.
No, so I guess go further. Now, if somebody wanted help, or if how would they contact you? How would they go about doing it to make that initial contact?
Well, we try to make ourselves available in multiple ways. So one would be through social media.
Okay.
We have a very active Facebook and Twitter page. So
I'll put that up there,
good. So if it works best for somebody to private message families first, they can do that.
Okay.
That's how some people reach out to us for the first time. Maybe
just that feeler almost.
That feeler, or, you know, a lot of people, they may not have other resources, but they have their phone. So
we were talking about that too,
Yeah.
where social media now is what's taking over in the world.
Yeah.
It's not so much the other medias now. It's everybody has their phone on them 24 hours a
Yeah.
day, and anything they get is through the phone.
Yeah.
Good or bad, I'm not saying.
Well,
it
we're
is
very
good or bad,
fortunate
but-
here in the fort because there's so many places that have free Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
So
that's incredible.
If they have their phone, then they can go to one of those places and connect.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And when they connect with you, you can set up a meeting, or you
Yeah.
can set up times to come
That's
in.
right. Yeah.
See?
So other people will just walk in because they've been referred to us, or they see our sign. And then we, you know, gets back to that relationship piece and that listening piece. Number one is whether they're connecting with us on social media or the website or they're walking in or the phone. Everybody has a story, and we're honored when they choose to share that story with us.
It chokes you up a little bit, eh? When you
Yeah,
say this,
yeah, it does.
I noticed that.
Like
It's-
if we can be the people who they get to practice using their voice, that is incredible to us. That's the best thing ever. If somebody doesn't realize they have a voice, then they can't share it.
I think a lot of people, now maybe I might be wrong in saying this, but a lot of people are being, I don't want to say taught, but kind of hushed, you know, and they don't feel like they have a voice. Now, is that
Right.
true in saying that, or do you find that where
Well,
they're afraid to talk, or they're apprehensive, or...
they may just have had negative experiences. Maybe they don't feel, maybe they've never felt like their voice is important. Maybe when they've tried to reach out for help before, it hasn't been a positive experience. And like we talked about before, it takes courage to ask for help. And so this might be the only time when somebody walks in or reaches out, and we need to wrap around them right then and make sure that we can encourage them and give them hope so that we don't lose them.
That's, you know what, on that right there, I think that'll be part one. Because
Okay.
that was incredible. That was 10 minutes.
Oh,
I think
wow.
it was 12. So
Okay.
I think right there, that might be part one. And you just saying we don't lose them, and I'm going to end it right there. And then it'll be contact. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay? Because I
Yeah.
wanted to kind of hit home to some people, like, and that's why I asked you that question to some people, because I'm hoping that one person might see that, just go, you know what? Because ultimately, I don't know, where I'm trying to push this to be like, there is help.
Yeah.
There is hope. You know, without, what did they say? Hope's the most powerful, like, emotion in the world. Without hope,
Yeah.
Like people can go through everything if they've got that little bit of hope. Once they give up hope, that's it. Their body, everything shuts down.
Yeah. And sometimes that's all we have to give. And a fellow once told us, a very special person to us, he said, you know what? When I first met you girls, you didn't give me stuff that I could take with me. You gave me hope. And that's better than anything else that you could have ever given me.